What is up, you guys? It's your favorite tarot reader, and I am back. Except for I'm not back with another read. I am back with the prayers of a light worker day, whatever the fuck. Y'all know how I go. I don't really keep up with the days, but I really quickly wanted to just come on here and just give thanks and give gratitude to God and just kind of speak to y'all. I haven't really been in like the super like filming mode. Like, I have just been in a position of enlightenment, y'all. Like, I have been in a position of ascension, of just learning and living and experiencing. And I can honestly say the last 3 months have been so powerful to my journey and just to me, just like overall. I have, y'all, I feel like I went through like 3 different transformations in like the last 3 months, and it's so powerful. It is so eye opening to just understand and be able to see yourself for who you truly are, and to be able to bring certain things into fruition, and to be able to manifest your deepest desires and watch them, like flourish and kind of change and grow. Like, it's just beautiful. One of the main things that I have been so grateful for is peace and space and time to myself. I've had a lot of time alone throughout this quarantine because my mom has Kamaya. So, God, that's one thing that I just want to thank you for. I've ranted and raved a long time about it, and for a long time, I really just, not that I hated my mom, because I've always had the utmost love for my mom, but I feel like for a long time I just had this resentment and a lot of pain and a lot of tension towards my mom. I had a lot of challenges, not even just towards my mom, just towards my family in general, but mainly towards my mom, of just like feeling like she wasn't there. Especially kind of after I had my child, not even after I had my child, but like while I was pregnant. Um, and she tells me all the time that like she was always around and blah blah blah, but my perception was that I wanted her to be around more. I wanted different. I wanted dates and rubbing on my belly and talking to my belly and taking pictures of me and loving on me and throwing me showers and rubbing my feet and just being there for me in a way that I wanted her to be there for me. But it was never like I had expressed it or mentioned it or anything like that. So, like, just coming into feeling like all of that, I hurried up and moved out of my mom's house like as soon as I had enough money to, with my daughter. I think my daughter was like about 6 months when I moved out, and I was so in a rush to just move out and to get away from her energy and not be around her. And just like, yeah, I felt like she never wanted to watch my daughter. I felt like at the time, I felt like I just had no support. I felt like she wasn't really a support system, and I had a lot of just mean, ill feelings towards my mom now that I think about it. And I don't regret it because I needed to feel all those feelings in order to get them out of me. But like now, today, I'm so thankful. My mom has had my daughter for 2 weeks, like literally 14 days. And she hasn't complained. She's shown me so much love, so much abundance, so much giving me just groceries and food and love. And honestly, I think I just want to thank my mom and just show gratitude for how she has loved me fearlessly and abundantly, and just with her whole force and with her whole being. Like, I never really like gave my mom respect. Like, I never looked at her as a woman to be respected. Well, I don't know, because I felt like what I saw on TV was moms having like all their shit together, and like having this whole life and having a car and having a husband and being perfect parent. And then like seeing my life not be like that, I automatically assumed like I didn't have love or I didn't have a good family. And I put all that pressure onto her. Like, I wasn't happy about the shit that we had. And I can honestly say, like, I didn't have no bad childhood. Like, I mean, outside of being molested and shit, like, I don't want to say that shit happens, but that shit happens. That shit made me who I am. That shit made me strong. You know, that shit was a part of my journey. But, you know, I had a good life, and my mom was always there for me and giving me the things that I needed. Like, I always had what I needed. I had more than what I wanted. Shit, even. You know, my mom always showed up and showed out. And I just, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever appreciated her. Like, I was always so embarrassed because we didn't have a car. We didn't get a car until I was like in high school, and I was so embarrassed. I'm like, how the fuck you a teacher, you don't got a car? We always gotta rely on other people for rides, and we always gotta need other people for stuff. Like, I was hard on my mom because we didn't have a house for a long time, and then we finally did get a house. It was always dirty and messy. Like, my mom never had time to clean it up because I felt like she was always out with her friends. And now that I'm an adult, it's just like, bitch, who the fuck got time for that? Like, I don't feel like it. That's not, you know, that wasn't on her mental, and her mental was probably clouded and crowded, and she didn't have a peace of mind. So how can her house be peaceful? And like, now I see my mom like cleaning her whole house and like spring cleaning, and like her whole house is just being broken down because pieces of her is being broken down, and she just learning and she growing, and she's literally grieving old pieces of herself. And I see her growing, and I see her learning, and I see her just flourishing into this woman that I swear I thought she would never be. Like, I don't know why I've been so hard on my mom. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know what past life shit we have. You know, I don't know like what spiritual shit is in the midst for us, but it's just like, I don't know how I didn't feel loved. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I could be so rude and so mean to somebody who gave me her everything. And I look at Kamaya, I look at my daughter, and I'm like, I've been mean to her. I've hit her. You know, I've told her to shut up, and I've been mean, and I've cussed her out for like an hour. I've like been so mean. I've been horrible to my daughter before. Like, when I was in my depression, I was horrible. Like, I was fucking horrible. And to think that like my daughter could one day feel the way I felt about my mom, like, that shit eat me the fuck up. Like, that shit break my heart. That should make me want to love my mom so much better. Like, so much better. Because I'm like, damn, I cannot imagine Kamaya not forgiving me. I can't imagine Kamaya hating me or feeling some type of way towards me because I wasn't me then. Like, when I was all upset and angry, mean, like walking around the house for hours screaming at a fucking baby who didn't fucking know no better, who just wanted my love and attention after I just yelled at her for 2 fucking hours. All she wanted was her mama and to be breastfed by me. Like, so now to think that I don't even know what my mom was going through. Like, I don't know her story. I don't really know her. And to think that like I could have so much more appreciation for her, like, and it's not her fault that she won't tell me, cause I don't ask, you know, like, it's not. I think we get in there, and I pray God that she can learn through me. Like, I can teach her to be open with herself through me being open with myself, because Kamaya is my greatest teacher. Kamaya teaches me everything about me. She shows me who I am. She shows me all of my flaws. So I know for a fact that in my mom seeing me, she can have so much. I feel like my mom should have so much more appreciation for herself than she has, because she raised me, and I am so powerful. I am so strong because of her. Like, I just, I've always watched my mom be strong, and I don't think I ever took it as strength, because when you young, you don't know. Like, you don't know what the fuck strength is, because you ain't got to be strong. know what the fuck that shit entails. Like, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you have no fucking idea as a kid, like, what the fuck shit your parents going through, and like, how the fuck they gotta pay bills, and like, bitch, I was so embarrassed that we didn't have a car, like, a car, bitch, like, a car. That shit not fucking necessary. That's not some shit that we needed. It was just something I was embarrassed about because other people had that shit. Like, you know how much pressure that put on my mom? Always wanted to go somewhere, having an attitude with her because I couldn't go because she couldn't take me and shit. Like, she was probably dealing with some whole other shit. And now I got a whole attitude with her over some shit that she don't got no control over. Like, I just, God, I just want you to heal me. Like, I just want you to release any feelings that I feel of like guilt, because I don't want to feel guilty about feeling that shit, because at the time that was my reality. You know, we both could have been better at talking to each other, and my mom explained it to me, you know, that she was strong. Because I tell Kamayo all the time, like, I don't got it, like, I'm not okay, or I'm not, mommy is irritated, or, you know, I be telling her, like, it's like, because I spent so much time being frustrated at her not understanding why, that I feel like I owe it to her to tell her everything. Like, how many niggas I date, how many people I talk to, who the fuck, what the fuck going on. Like, my baby, even though she only 3, she know everything about me. I don't give a fuck. She know everything. Like, she know everything from the rooter to the tutor. Like, if I'm on the toilet on my period, I tell her, like, mommy is a grown-up. Like, mommy is a strong woman, so mommy bleed. Like, you're gonna bleed one day. Like, I tell her that, and she 3. I tell her that kind of shit, and she 3. Like, I'm such an open book with my baby, because all of my life I kind of felt like everything about my mama was a secret. Like, bitch, where the fuck is you at? Like, where you at? I call her and be like, where you at? She be like, I'm seeing a man about a horse. And that shit used to eat me all the way the fuck up, because I'm just like, damn, bitch, I just want to know where the fuck you at. Like, I just want to make sure you good, make sure you safe. Like, I'm not worried about, like, judging you. I'm not trying to judge you. I just want to know what's going on. Like, why you not here? What's so important? And little things like that is something that I take pride in. And like, now I know that you don't know what it was. It could have been embarrassment. It could have been shame. It could have been shit. Like, I don't know what my mama was doing in those moments. Shit, it could have just been fun. And at the time, she probably didn't know it was parent guilt, but it probably was, because I know, like, I feel that. And I have felt that. Even every day, like, laying up with my husband, I be feeling like, damn, should we really be enjoying this time to ourselves when we could have Kamaya? And then, like, I be having to be like, I've had Kamaya for 3 years consistently, you know, giving her my all. And grandparents have their grandkids for the summer and for months. And like, it's okay for me to have a break. It's okay for me to work on my psyche. It's okay for me to work on my mental without my daughter and not have to feel that guilt. And I think that my mom deserved to feel that way. You know, like, when she was younger, she had me at 25. So she was still young. She was still finding her way. And I was a bitch. I'm still a bitch. Like, even, I know the other day, I had went to go get Kamaya Sky, and my mom had her for a whole 7 days. I went to go get Kamaya Sky. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening, and Kamaya was asleep, and I was so pissed at my mom. I'm like, she's gonna be up all night. And instead of being like, thank you, mom, for keeping her for a whole week, I just snapped and was so unappreciative. And I got home and was like, bitch, I should slap the shit out of you. Like, the fuck? You know, like, I just want to tell y'all that, like, being spiritual do not mean having your shit together all the fucking time, bitch. This shit is a continuous journey. It's a continuous uphill battle of learning yourself and journey into yourself and figuring out pieces about yourself that maybe you didn't even recognize. Like, when I tell you, Kamaya is a direct reflection of me. So I know that, like, my mom is just like me. I know that I'm just like my mom. I see myself being just like my mom. Like, I see it. And I used to think that it was such a bad thing. And now I am completely honored to be able to hold down a household like my mom. Like, my house not always clean. Like, ours didn't used to always be clean. But in those days, I'd be so thankful for my mom. Like, I know that shit just didn't happen today because some other shit was being taken care of. Like, I can have so much more gratitude and appreciation for just, like, parenthood And even if you don't have kids, just adulthood is fucking hard. Even without a fucking child, it's fucking hard. Like, it's fucking hard. And just being able to like experience the human experience, I'm so blessed, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about my life. I'm so excited about my mom being a grandmom. Like, I'm manifesting a pregnancy, and like I'm so wanting this pregnancy to be different. Like, I want to just incorporate my mom, and I want to have her there with me every step of the way. Like, not that she doesn't enjoy her grandchild now, because her and Kamaya are close as fuck. My baby loved the shit out of her grandma. But it's just the sense of kind of like our connection, like me and my mom's. I feel like while I'm pregnant, I just want her to like embrace me and me embrace her. And I'm not pregnant now, like, or like anything, but it's just kind of like my foresight is just for everything to just kind of come into fruition. And like, it starts now, but like, this shit is like, I don't know, like, it's exciting, and it's just, it's a lot, because I know that it's not gonna happen overnight or tomorrow, today, beach, 2 days from now, in a week, in a month, in a year. This shit is gonna be forever. Like, we probably gonna be beefing on my wedding day or her wedding day type shit. Like, this is a forever thing. But I feel like just being able to experience this shit, just being able to have my mom and be a parent and live this life, like, I'm so grateful. You know, a lot of the times I think that we don't really give gratitude and thanks to our parents, because we have perceptions built up from so many different years, so many different experiences of what we feel like, oh, our life would have been different if our parents would have raised us like this, and my life would have been different if I would have had this, and if my parents would have did this. And like, we put so much pressure onto our parents, and we give them way too much power, because at the end of the day, we have control over our whole entire life. Like, people get adopted every day. Like, people, nature and nurture is real, but I feel like at the end of the day, with God, anything is possible. And I could sit here and be like, oh, woe is me all day, but I could have chosen to see my mom in a better light. I could have chosen to not be molested. I could have chosen to stand up for myself and love on myself. I could have chosen not to put the blame from what happened to me onto my mom. Because at the end of the day, if I never expressed that something was happening, how could I blame her for not knowing? Like, it's so much blame in my heart that God is like diminishing. It's so much hurt in my heart that God is getting rid of. And I'm so appreciative and I'm so thankful. Like, I do these prayers of a light worker videos because sometimes it's important to sit just in your thoughts and kind of like allow them to flow, allow them to flourish. Like, I didn't know my intentions for this video. I didn't know what I was going to come on here and speak about. I did a video about how I'm manifesting my husband, and I talked about how as human beings, a lot of the times we like run from what we think pain is, or how we interpret pain. We run from it. We don't want to see it. We don't want to face it. We don't want to deal with it. But sometimes running into pain is how you heal. And I feel like at this point, this is my chapter of like running into the pain. And that's what I'm going to title this video. Running into the pain, like running into the fire, running into the turmoil, running into the struggle, just running into the shit that's going to make you better. Like, and my husband was just telling me about running, like how running is therapeutic. And now, like, the wind and shit is, like, flowing. Like, I love my husband so much. He is so powerful, y'all. But just the thought of, like, running into some shit, like, running in head first. Like, that's also another thing that I kind of want to take a moment to thank God for. Like, God just ran me into, like, my life. Like, it sounds crazy, but I do just want to give gratitude for my husband. Like, when you love something, like, because I could talk about Kamaya all day. Like, I could talk about doing tarot readings all day. Why? Because those are things that I love. So, like, I want to be able to show gratitude and show appreciation for something that I have worked so hard for. Like, if y'all have not been a part of my How I'm Manifesting My Husband journey, definitely look in the description box below, because I will have a link to all of my playlists, and I have a playlist of How I'm Manifesting My Husband. But if y'all have been on this journey with me, y'all know it has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with me manifesting a divine union, manifesting something that I've always wanted. I have dreamt about me having a husband and me having a real divine love and unconditional love. And to finally have it, like, I don't think I've stopped and just taken time to be thankful and to be grateful for what I have, because like I was in the energy of like not understanding that it was mine.